My name's Alexandria Strotter. I want to apologize in advance if there's any background noise. So let's get started. My weekly reflection is over my site redesign for week 2. Now, the site that I chose was called Per Pals Rescue. It's actually a couple blocks away from my house, and it's an all-cat foster home. They don't actually have an animal shelter there. They only foster out cats. My initial thoughts when I got to this page was I didn't even know where to begin. This kind of threw me off right here. This first thing here, like it looked out of place. It shouldn't go there. I feel like if anything, the logo and this should have just opened it up, and maybe this could have been on the bottom. But I mean, immediately I could see this needed an update. And also looking here at the news section, they haven't posted anything since 2011. So, I mean, I can understand probably around 2011, this was top of the line web design, but it definitely needed to be updated a bit. So mainly, I know I wanted to focus on here the highlighted cats, the highlighted news, because I could see that's kind of what, they wanted their main focus to be. But I just wanted to make it, kind of a little bit updated and easier to read because for me, this text is a little bit too small. I know I would just have to large that up a bit, but this is what I decided to do with it. I can pull that up. All right, so initially I just decided to do style tiles. This was my first style tile. I kind of was trying to keep the same colors that the page was going for. I didn't think that was a bad choice. I think just the kind of the way they had them was a little bit, you know, uh, unpleasing, for lack of a better word. Uh, Now here, my adjectives I use are happy, caring, loving. When you think of an animal rescue, I mean, this is kind of what I thought of. Loving people. They care. They care enough to rescue these animals, to give them homes. You want to have a happy feeling to be able to help save one of the animals' lives, or even to donate one of the animals yourself. Some of the textures I was looking at, uh, this is actually black cat fur. I know it's a little bit hard to tell here. And this is a cat paw prints in cement. And I was looking at both of them as well as this all different cats kind of background with the swirls. And for here, I actually did all three. I should have actually just included all three of the different backgrounds I did. But the final one that I chose was this background because I think it kind of went better than the other ones. The black kind of made it all stand out too much. And the concrete, even with the color tint, it didn't look as well as I thought it would initially. I like here the buttons, to have that little gradient. So it kind of looks popped out again. And then, you push down and you have that solid color. And for my second style tile, I kind of went in a little bit more purple in this one because I stayed true to pink in the first one. And this one I went more to the purple side. And I actually don't think it was that bad. I think maybe if anything, I really would have just changed this dark purple or maybe added a different kind of color for this because I played with each of the colors on the top banner or the top bar, and I just couldn't find something that that I thought fit well. I definitely could have chose a different color for this color scheme, maybe changed this kind of beige color to maybe another purple or something that would go better. And I also I didn't mention this in the first one, but if you look here, you'll notice the logo of the cat. I kind of changed it up a bit. So it's still almost the same, but it looks more like a P, so they can use it for, their purr paws. And then this one, I just put the P inside of the paw, a little bit more direct with it, purr paws. And then I did the paw print since I went with this type of logo for this style tile. I did kind of the paw print background. And I actually really did like the way that the buttons looked on this example. And I also had here a bubblegum background. And this is very subtle, the designs in it. But it kind of has an in-depth design. if you look closely, I don't think I can actually get it to show. So, I mean, it was nothing big. It would still kind of look like excuse me. It would still look like a black background, but I mean, it would still have that subtle, geometric shapes in there. But these are my first original style tiles. And then I have my low fidelity wireframe. This was going to be the smallest size I had for my mobile. Just, be the logo, the navigation, featured cats, and featured events. Because I can see that's kind of what they were going for here. And I figured, we might as well highlight that. And then the same thing with the wireframe, featured cats with the call to action to view more, the featured news, and the about site, because that's also what they have here is a little bit, about them and what they do. So those were my two low fidelity wireframes to start it out. Now going into my prototype stage. Oh, that's loud. Let's open up the mobile and the desktop. So this would be the contact us page here. I definitely changed the colors and the kind of look and feel to it. If you can kind of notice, here I kind of have a little bit of a transparent background to surround the text, and here it's a solid background. The navigation bar is condensed, and the logo is going to be different. It's opposite of each other. Same thing kind of here. I kept the colors almost the same, and then I added physical address and comments, and here I just had like to fill out the form below to leave us a comment. So that's what I did for the first page. And my second page was the adoption info, which if you look here, this is originally the adoption info. And also, where? I think it was, nope. Oh, here, the foster information. So this is original information here. And I just went ahead and changed it up. I wanted it to be easier to read. And here, looking to foster, need to surrender a cat. And there would be more on the page. You could scroll down. I should have done something to indicate that there would be more information here. But just for a quick glimpse of what the page would be, I just had this here. And then finally, can end it off with our home page, which would have the featured cats that they had displayed on the actual site as well. And then the featured use, like I had showed in my low fidelity wireframes. A gallery kind of the featured cats with the call to action. And then you can read more about the events they had here. And same thing here with the desktop. I kind of wanted the about us, because originally in my wireframe I had the featured cats here, the news, and the about us here. But I figured, just do a quick about us. They can click call to action to the about us, and then featured news here and featured cats. And I also condensed the list a lot. I think I could have shown, because in my head I imagined kind of a drop down navigation for the desktop here, like under home, instead of having all these pages, kind of put the adoption information, sponsorship information, and foster information all into one page, or all drop down under adoption. Here they have a list of animals, and this is actually all just from Pet Finder. They don't actually have puppies that they foster. They only foster kittens. So I'm a bit confused why they have it on their site, especially if they're all about cats. So, but here we put the animals, and this would be where the success story and all that goes under. They actually have 2 successes on the page. So see, things like that, it could just definitely didn't need to be there. Now, these are all their advertisements, which I guess could also go on the page, but I was thinking here they have the donation information, and that can all go there, and that can go under news. Now, I was also confused, they have one of their volunteers trying to sell products on the site. I think it was a little bit too much information at once, and a lot of pages that really didn't need to be pages could have been combined with each other. And that's really why I chose it. I do like here how when you go through the pages, they show you different cats. And I do think that's a great idea because, I'm scrolling through the pages and, oh, hey, look, I see a cat that I like. And then I go and I click on the information. I don't think there's anything wrong with this page. It could just, of course, remove this here. This is just every time I go to a page, I see this, and it's something that needs to be at the bottom or on a page of its own. I understand why they're doing it. They want people to check out Facebook. They want to get some donations from Scentsy and donations and supplies from Amazon. I understand. I just feel like this is not where they should have done that. But that's basically what I had for my prototype. And very quickly, I will show you the colored copies of everything. And see, like I said, I switched out the mobile and the desktop sizes, colors, I mean. And then here it's just kind of a little transparent box. And here we go, adoption information. Side by side. And the home page. And since I had solid colors here on this page, I didn't feel the need to do the transparent boxes like I did in the mobile site. So that's kind of why you have the solid colors here and the transparent colors there. But that is my week 2 reflection. And I hope you enjoy my project. Thank you very much. Well, I can stop it. There it is. Sorry about that.